Peace and good health be multiplied to you. Good day everyone, a warm welcome from Sugumi channel. Today's video is our second cash stuffing for the month of September. So please do join me in this journey and please do watch this video till the end. So this is my usual setup, my budget list, DIY cash tray, and that's for our binders that we're going to stuff with. And that's our side hustle binder. And also our long-term binder. And our to pay binder. And our family binder. So we also have the green binder. This will not get anything today, so let's just put this aside. Lastly is our white binder for our income and do your part envelopes. So for my budget list, I also have a separate video for this. If you missed that, you can always visit my channel. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So let's start. For our income, nothing from salary, only from side hustle / collection / refund envelope. So we have 1,800 pesos from side hustle number 1 and 500 pesos from our side hustle number 2 and 6,150 pesos from part of the collection and part of the refund. So I already prepared the bills needed. So let's put this binder back. Okay. Let's arrange it according to its denomination and have a quick cash count. Calculator please. Okay. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay. 20s should be 5 pieces only. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 20s. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13 50s. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 16 100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 200s. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 500s. And 2 1000s. So that's 2 1000s. So we have a total of 8,450 pesos for our cash stuffing today. So let's stuff first our white binder. That's for our tithes, savings, and giving. So for tithes, we have 230 pesos. That's 200. Wait, that's 100, 150, and 420s. Okay, that's 150, 70, 90, 210, 230 pesos for tithes. So next is savings, and that's 500 pesos. For giving, that's 120 pesos. That's 250s and 20. 50, 120 pesos. That's all for our white binder. So I'll just put this binder aside. So next is for our family binder. So for family, that's 200 pesos. So it now has 200, 400, 500, 600, 750, 800 pesos. I already filled out all the trackers. It will help me to track my cash ins and cash outs. So I'll just put it here. And for family, my tracker says 800 pesos. So we have the correct amount. So next is for birthdays, and that's 200 pesos also. So it now has 200, 400, 500, 600, 750, 800 pesos. So birthdays also have 800 pesos. So for eating out, that's another 200 pesos. So it now has 200, 400, 500, 650, 750, 800 pesos. So that's 800 pesos for eating out. Next is for tatay spending, and that's 150 pesos. So it now has 100, 200, 350, 400. So that's 400 pesos for tatay spending. So next is for nanay spending, and that's another 150 pesos. So nanay now has 100, 200, 350, 400 pesos. So that's 400 pesos also for nanay spending. Next is 100 pesos for Lauren Marie spending. She now has 100, 200, 300 pesos. For her spending. So next is 250 pesos, and that's for our newly added category. So that's for travel, and the main purpose of this envelope is for fuel allocation. So I also provided tracker for this category. So let's attach this category here. Okay. So let's do the flipping. It feels good to see my cash envelopes gradually growing. So that's all for our family binder. So moving on to our to pay binder. So let's just flip this up. Okay. So for Wi-Fi, that's 100 pesos. So it now has 200, 400, 500, 600. So that's 600 pesos for Wi-Fi. Next is 150 pesos for LPG. So it now has 200, 300, 450, 500. So that's 500 pesos for LPG. So next is 100 pesos for eyeglass. Eyeglass now has 200, 300, 450 pesos. So that's 450 pesos. So next is 500 pesos for online purchase. So it now has 500, 750, 800. So 800 pesos for online purchase. And for these envelopes here, let's have a quick look. They are all fully funded. So let's do another flipping. So that's all for our to pay binder. So moving on to our long-term binder. So we also have a newly added category here, and that's 1 month advance. So I also prepared the envelope. 1 month advance, that's 500 pesos. Also the tracker, it says 500 pesos. So let's attach this envelope here. Sorry. So next is for medical fund, and that's 300 pesos. So it now has 500, 1,000, 200, 400, 500, 600. So that's 1,600 pesos for medical fund. So next is new idea, and that's 100 pesos. So it now has 500, 1,000, 200, 300, 400, 500. So that's 1,500 pesos for new idea or investment. So next is for Calamity Fund, and that's 300 pesos. So it now has 500, 1,000, 200, 400, 500, 600. So that's 1,600 pesos. Next is emergency fund, and that's 300 pesos also. So it now has 500, 1,000, 200, 400, 500, 600. So that's 1,600 pesos for emergency fund. So next is for pay debt fund, and that's 100 pesos. So it now has 500, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 pesos. So next is for fully funded emergency fund, and that's 1,000 pesos. So it now has 1,500, 2,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So that's 2,500 pesos. So next is for educational fund, and that's 150 pesos. So it now has 100, 200, 300, 450, 550, 600. So that's 600 pesos for educational fund. So next is for future blessings, and that's 150 pesos also. So it now has 100, 200, 300, 450, 550, 600. So that's 600 pesos for future blessings. Okay, let's do the flipping again. So that's all for our long-term binder. So the last binder is our side hustle binder. So for G Invest, that's 150 pesos. So it now has 500, 1,000, 200, 300, 450. So that's 1,450 pesos for G Invest. So next is for our P2P lending, and that's 250 pesos. So it now has 500, 1,500, 750. So that's 1,750 pesos for P2P lending. So next is for livestock, and that's 500 pesos. So it now has 1,500, 700, 800, 950, 70 plus 10 pesos. So that's 1,980 pesos for livestock. So we have cash outs in livestock because we're buying rope for the cow. So next is for plants, permits, and professional fee, and that's 1,150 pesos. So it now has 1,000, 2,000, 500, 700, 800, 900, 3,000, 150, 250, 350, 450. So that's 3,450 pesos for plans, permits, and professional fee. So let's check. Okay, we have the right amount. So next, for our newly added category, so that's 550 pesos for mud boat tractor. And here's the envelope. So intended mainly for fuel and for future cash advances of the operators. So it's important for me to have this kind of envelope. Again, let's attach this envelope here. Sorry. So let's do the flipping. So that's all for our side hustle binder. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So thank you once again. Keep safe everyone, and goodbye.